Hey everybody. While in Florida on a college recruiting or scouting or scanning trip for my daughter, I thought it might be a good idea to put together a series of small little videos on what I think the recruiting slash scouting process, college process entitles, and hope that I can give others some inside information, first-hand experience on what I feel may help, what I feel helped me, and such. Before the video continues, please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and make sure that we share this with others in hopes that we get more people involved and pass along information. Don't forget to comment below the video your thoughts, your feedback, which helps create future videos, as well as help others understand, subject matter, maybe questions that they didn't think of, and they're helpful to them. If I know the answer, I'll do my best to answer it or do a follow-up video. And in case I don't, I'll find resources to answer that question. So, first of all, in case you don't know who I am, my name is Nico Alexopoulos. I wear a lot of hats. One of them is I am a paid professional college coach, soccer coach on the women's side. So I do have a little bit of insight on some matters about college life. But furthermore, the process, in my opinion, is a lot more, I want to use the word complicated, but there's a lot of things that one should know, parents as well as students know and understand, that even people that work in colleges may not have all the answers. So for example, I have a very close friend of mine who works in admissions. I hope the sun is not in your way. I'm sitting in the let me see, let me move over a little bit. There you go. I'm sitting in the by the pool in the hotel room early in the morning having my coffee, and nice and quiet. Figure this is a great time to make a video. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, I have a very close friend of mine who works in admissions for a university, and his daughter just completed her college process. Now, she's not going for sports, she is going for academics, but she went through the process of visiting schools and checking out schools and whatnot, and she has made her decision, narrowed down to a couple of schools. And although she's a senior in high school, she's currently getting her acceptances and whatnot. So one of the things, we were talking about this process, as his daughter is a little bit further ahead than my daughter. My daughter is a junior in high school right now, so we just started, our process by way of visiting sunny Florida. It's one of the states that she's interested in, which I'm very happy, by the way, since we would love to move down here. But it's the first state, nevertheless, that we're going to visit. So among conversations, I mentioned the fact that we interviewed and we hired a financial college person, guide, planner, whatever you want to call it, with high credentials, and to help us and kind of guide us a little bit in the process. And his reply was, that's probably the smartest thing you've guys done. So although, and this is coming from someone who works for college in admissions for a university, and you would think that, especially in admissions, he would have all the answers. But his exact words were, him and his wife, that's probably one of the smartest things that you guys have done, and we should have done, meaning that they didn't think of it, they didn't do it. So that kind of validated the fact that my wife and I and my daughter were on the right path. There are professionals in everything in life. Some choose to acknowledge them, some choose to ignore them. And I say this because I'm in an industry where professional soccer coaches, especially in the sport of soccer, I feel, Parents seem to think that they know more than the professionals. Now, don't get me wrong. There are professionals out there, quote unquote professionals, that I don't want to sound negative, they're just not to the standards. Unfortunately, youth sports, especially soccer, although it does require some licensing, there are a lot of professionals that may or may not have the licensing. However, they're not held to the highest standards. So the information passed out there may not be the most accurate. So in any event, it seems that parents feel that they know better than the professionals in the decisions that they make for their children when it comes to youth sports. Please don't make the same mistake when it comes to college. We are here to, and this is just opinions, okay? This is not facts presented by research or by the government or by the state. These are my personal opinions, and the only thing I can offer you guys is my personal experience. This YouTube channel is based on my personal experiences that I have gone through, lessons I've learned in sport, played the sport for a lot of years at a high level, coming from a family that my dad was a professional goalkeeper, having coached in the sport, being a college coach, owning businesses that are in sports, that of a professional sports operation that ventures into different partnerships with anything that's sports oriented, owning a training company, being part or a partner of a futsal academy, owning a futsal soccer league. So I'm heavily involved in the business of youth sports, especially that being soccer and futsal. So I think I might have a little bit of a different perspective than the average, mom or dad. No disrespect. So getting back to this college process, like I said, the first thing that he said was it was smart of us to choose to search and find someone who may be better qualified. Listen, let's be completely transparent here. I am a college soccer coach, and I know what I know on the training field, on getting the athletes, student athletes, ready for preseason, ready for season, what to tell them and how to help them and how to guide them in their path from mid-August when they come to preseason through the season, as far as their soccer, their time management, their injuries, their soccer and academics. But we have a lot of help. We have the trainers. We have the wellness department, which helps them with their injuries. We have the administration. We have the tutors. We have so many people in the college environment that are working with us to make sure that our college student athletes are successful for the time that they're with us. So I'm not alone. And in fact, I learn things every day. I have been a college coach now for 4 years, so it's fairly new. I love the experience. I love working with a little bit older players as opposed to just, with your, 3-4 year olds or your 9-12 year olds or your 17-18 year olds. But I love working with every age, but working with a college athlete is a bit different. So although I am a college, coach, there are things that I feel may not be my expertise. So hiring somebody who does this for a living, in my opinion, brings a lot of help to all the parents and the students, or the potential college student or college student athlete. So one of the things that I learned upon working with this professional, which I share with my friend who's in the admissions department college, is that there's a lot of options. And I'm going to work on different videos and different nuggets. I don't want to make these videos way too long. So today I'm going to give you one nugget, and that is the first thing that this professional coach slash counselor slash guide, whatever you want to call him, was Mr. and Mrs. Alexopoulos. There are a lot of options across the U.S. for different schools, for different environments, for different abilities, for different budgets. So the number one question that he asked is, what is your budget? How much do you want to spend on your kids' college education per year? There's got to be a budget, a high, a low, a mid-range. What is your budget? So once we gave him our budget, then he had an idea of what schools to work with. And there are a lot of schools out there that are not brand schools. They're not your Notre Dames and your Michigans and all the big name schools. They're there that nobody even knows them. And one thing that he said was that there is more money to be given out by schools that are not state schools, they're private schools, schools that are not maybe big, than those big state schools. So for example, I live in New Jersey. Rutgers University may not have all the money you think that they have, where a small school in Pennsylvania that is privately funded with endowments and everything else may be able to offer you. So don't get caught up in the name branding university status. I know it's hard not to do, especially when everybody on Facebook is posting where their children are going, what school they're attending, and you're seeing a lot of kids going to brand name schools. However, do not exclude the smaller schools. And that's the first thing he told us. This man had this huge book of schools, of every school in the country. And he said, if you're open-minded, we can find a school that fits all your child's or your student athletes or your student needs, from environment, from academics, from budget for you guys. So the first nugget I want to give you guys is that think and entertain the idea of possibly hiring, and there's different guides, counselors for different budgets. But think of hiring somebody. I highly recommend it, and I think that would definitely help you with your recruiting process. Till the next video, hope you guys have a pleasant day.